Hi guys, I'm Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Heavyweight Fighter Mark Godbeer, and you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get Sausage Biscuit. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Philip Caduceus. There you go, baby.
Hey, good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Cage Side with Christopher James. I am Christopher James. Oh my goodness, we're going to have us a good time tonight. Welcome, man. Great to see everybody. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're ready to have a lot of fun. It is Thursday night. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Pensacola, Florida, for the weigh-ins for Island Fight 65, and then Saturday night, Island Fight 65 at the Haji Shrine in Pensacola. I can't wait to get back to Pensacola. See all my Pensacola peeps. Pete Cola going to be rocking Friday and Saturday night, man. And we got a party coming up next week. It's BKFC number 15. Oh, my God. And we had two guests scheduled tonight. One of them couldn't be here, Mark Godbeer. He's going to be in the main event taking on Sam Shoemaker. Unfortunately, he had some other obligations to attend to for BKFC that, take precedent over my show. But we're going to try to get him on maybe Sunday night and see what's going on. But this man coming on the show, this guy's just fucking awesome people. I'm just going to say it like that. I don't care about the fighting stuff. He's just an awesome dude. Oh, he just dipped out of the green room. I wonder where he went. So hopefully he'll come back out and we'll bring him in. But he's a real cool cat. He goes in there, he gets shit done. He's violent, he's mean, and once he's inside the ring, he cannot be held accountable for what he does to his opponents. There is no mercy, just like, in Cobra Kai, mercy's for the weak. And if you go into this ring with this man and you're not prepared, you're going to get your ass kicked, straight up. So that's the way it is with him. He is going to join us right now on the show. I'm ready. I'm excited. Last time we were on, we had a good time with him, chatting with him. He's good people, like I said. So please welcome to the show, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship star, on the rise, the undefeated Chris Sarro. Chris, what's going on? Welcome, brother.
Hey, thank you for having me. And I appreciate that intro. You hit it right on the head.
Oh, I know who the fuck I'm talking about and who I'm talking to,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Is your Bluetooth thing on? You're froze up and I'm getting an echo. I think he's going to have to click back out and click back in. Forrest, what's going on? Mike Shorey, what's going on? Chris, you're completely broken up. I can't hear you, and your picture is frozen. I don't know if you can hear me or see me. You might want to click at... Yeah, I hope... Yeah, if you're watching right now, Chris, click out, and you might have to go to another spot in the building. I think you're having some feedback issues there and some... let's see. Let's get him back in here. I don't see the picture yet. Hang on. Once I see his picture pop in. All right, so I see you now. I hear you now. All right, cool.
There we go.
There we go. All right, cool. So hopefully, and if you get frozen again, you might have to move to another spot in the gym or possibly outside. Can you hear me? Dum 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 dum. Oh. We're having some technical difficulties with Chris's feed tonight, man. So, guys, stand by. Like I said, he's going to be fighting next weekend. He'll be taking on Josh Burns. I was going to try to have Josh Burns come on the show tonight as well. He also had some previous obligations that he had to have to keep, so he couldn't be there. Elvin Brito, what's up, Elvin? We're waiting for Chris Sarro. Hopefully he'll get live with us here in a minute. Elvin El Bandito, Leon Brito. Good to see you on board, man, watching. Forrest, good to see you. Mike Shorey, good to see you guys. Make sure you share this. This is Cage Side with Christopher James, brought to you by our friends at Just Heart Apparel. Legacy over ego. Andrew Sams, thanks for what you do for us out there, man. So we just lost Chris completely. So hopefully he'll be back here in just a minute. We will get this right. You know, I like I said, he's up in like Maine, and you know, I'm guessing where he is in the. Elvin, I do not think I'm going to be there, unfortunately. I have a previous obligation that I have to tend to. I'm going to try to make it, but I can't guarantee that I'll be there right now. So let's see. All right, Chris Sarro is attempting to come back in. There he is. I see him. All right, so
please.
All right, fingers crossed. Fingers
I
crossed.
Hear you.
All right, that's good. So, and if you freeze up again, you might want to move to another spot in the gym, or maybe even go outside where you get a better signal. I don't know how cold it is out there, but I think that's where you're having the problem. The building is messing with you.
I'm in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're real choppy on this end, but I mean, the best thing I could do right now is it would take a minute. I don't know if you have someone else you could have on and then have me come on later, but I want to be able to have this interview and have it be a smooth, good interview with you, Chris. And this is
well, if you need to dip out and come back on a little bit later, we can do that. I was supposed to have Mark Godbeer on, and he had to pull out because he had some obligations. Joe Elmore, what's up, bro? Joe. Hang on, Joe. I'm going to send you a link.
What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to reset my router is what I'm going to do. It's just going to take a minute.
Okay, go ahead. Do that.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be back as soon as possible. I apologize for this. I got
no worries.
Up.
No worries, man. No worries.
But yeah, I can't hear you. So.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Elmore. All right, so Chris has got to reset his router. You guys just tuning in. Joe Elmore, if you're watching, I just sent you a link. If you have headphones and you want to come in for a few minutes, come on in. So you can jump in with me. You got headphones. I hope you have headphones and you're someplace with internet. Mike, Little Mikey says, hi, Chris. Oh, thanks, Little Mikey. I appreciate that. Scott Farley, what's going on, man? So our dude, Chris Sarro, is having some technical issues. He's experiencing internet freeze. So we're just chilling. We're going to wait for him to come in. I think Joe Elmore, the Hitman 187, is going to come in here for a minute. Scott Farley, what's up, man? I hope the guys at GOAT are doing well. So we could talk some MMA, but you know what I want to talk about with you guys? Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. It broke 1.2 million, and the number is still being total. Might even get up to like 1.4, they're saying. So let's just say 1.2 million pay-per-view buys at $49, you know, if you're in high definition. So $50, I mean, that's some good money. Can you imagine if Mike Tyson decided to go to bare knuckle and get into a real fight, you know, let's say like Shannon Briggs or Mark Godbeer or, you know, any of the guys at BKFC, the champ Joey Beltran versus Mike Tyson. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And you know what, man? They would make so much fucking money. A bare knuckle fight featuring Mike Tyson would probably do 2 million buys. Because there would be no California State Athletic Commission, you know, circus rules limiting it to be an exhibition. Mike would have to fight, and whoever was fighting would have to fight him as well. So I like the idea of that happening. I'm going to be honest. And, you know, David Feldman made an offer to Mike Tyson a while back, and 6 figure or 8 figures. So I'm guessing it was going to be, you know, $10-20 million. I think it was $20 million they offered him to come do a fight. Mike said no. I guess he had this on the schedule. You know, but who knows? You know, I mean, if Mike's doing all this and wants to make some money for charity, this is the way for him to do it, because he'd get X amount of, you know, like I said, he's going to get X amount up front, $20 million, you know, if that's what they offered him. And then he'd probably get a chunk of the pay-per-view. So he'd be able to do a lot of charitable work. I would be totally interested to watch him fight as a bare knuckle fighter. I'm not even going to lie, because the power is there. And, his head movement, I got to tell you, his head movement looked phenomenal the other night. His punches still pack power. You could tell because when he hit Roy was grimacing. He wasn't so happy eating all those punches. Now, but, and the people that are complaining that it was a draw, what did you expect it to be? We knew they were both getting a belt. We knew that was going to happen, so I just expected it to be a draw. If you want to get super technical, I think Mike won the fight. Mike did more work. Mike landed more punches. It's a boxing match. At the end of the day, he landed more. He ate less. You know what I mean? So, but hats off to both those guys for even putting on that fight in the first place. I wish the state of California would have let it just be contested under normal boxing rules. They let Nate Robinson go in there as a professional boxer with zero experience, no amateur experience, no nothing, and take on a guy who's been training to fight for a couple of years. Now, granted, Paul is not a world-class boxer by any stretch of the imagination, but when you have training from world-class boxers, you're going to pick up, if you're half athletic, you're going to pick up some stuff. And Paul definitely showed some stuff, and he knocked Nate Robinson the fuck out. I respect Nate for getting in there, but I will not apologize for the memes that I shared. I will not apologize for poking fun at him. As I said, I respect him. I keep seeing this argument from people out there going, oh, all you people laughing at Nate. Well, if you ain't never done a fight and you ain't never been in a fight and you're never going to do a fight, you can't say shit. Fuck off. I say what the fuck I want. If I think it was funny, I think he looked like a fool going in there, then I'm going to say it. He looked like a fucking fool. It's the bottom line. He did. He looked stupid in there. He had no skill set. He was running in and shooting takedowns. He didn't belong in there. I don't care how athletic he was on the basketball court. I don't care how many slam dunk championships he won in the NBA. He's not a boxer. Just because you're athletic doesn't mean you can do every athletic feat. It's a very difficult thing to do. But like I said, no disrespect to the man for going in there. He trained for a little while, and he wanted to come in and party. So, he did. Now, here's a guy who likes to party, likes to have himself a good time, chugging down a few fucking motherfucking White Claws.
What's up, brother?
It's Joe Elmore, the Hitman. What's up, Joe?
Man, chilling, dude. Enjoying the Christmas tree and decorating, relaxing, waiting for my next battle.
Yeah, man. Did you see the Tyson fight the other night?
Oh, yeah, man. I had a little fight party over here. I actually was looking forward to the Jake Paul fight. I called that. I called first, second round knockout. I mean, I watched him train, and I knew that was going to happen, man. It's not basketball.
No, it's not basketball.
Hey, he was clowning, though. Did you see he came out to it's basketball? That was a clown from the beginning. That was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of that shit. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, man, the Tyson fight was impressive. The Roy Jones Tyson really, was surprisingly good. But you're right. I didn't like the bullshit rules. They should have just let him. They
did not like the bullshit rules. But they'll sanction a Nate Robinson bout with zero amateur fights and zero professional experience, and he's been training for this fight for fucking 8 weeks. But Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, two of the greatest champions to ever step inside the squared circle, have to fight an exhibition. Yeah. Fuck you, Andy Foster, and fuck you, the California State Athletic Commission. What a fucking joke you guys are.
Well, I love Andy Foster, to be honest with you, because he was our head commissioner here, and shit got crazy when he left here. But I don't know what the hell that was, what kind of rules they got, and what they've got, what kind of restriction and chastity belt they put him under out there. But that was horrible.
It's a fucking joke, man.
It's horrible, man.
It's a fucking joke. I was so disappointed that this was happening. The way it happened, I did not like. But, I mean, it is what it is. It happened. It's over. It's done. So what do? You can sit here and complain about it. I mean, I guess I am. I'm complaining about it a little bit. Fuck it. I'm allowed. I just felt – I almost felt it was disrespectful to them to, make them fight some stupid exhibition with 12-ounce gloves and just, fuck it, man. They're fighters. Let them fucking box. Let them fight. Let them do what they do. But it does pose the question. Mike fucking Tyson, his head movement looked phenomenal. He looked like he could go. You know, some people said, "Oh, he could probably challenge the champion right now for the heavyweight belt." I disagree with that. I don't think he could. I mean, he still had hand speed, and he still has power, and he still had head movement. But I don't think he could keep up with these young bucks. You know, doing it against Roy Jones, who's the same age, same speed. Of course, he looked great. Doing against fucking some of these other guys, I don't think so. Deontay Wilder or fucking anybody, I just don't see it. But it does beg a question. You know, David Feldman a while back, the boss of BKFC, offered Tyson roughly $20 million to take a bare knuckle fight. Tyson said no, he already had this thing on his plate. But now that he's gotten in there and got the taste again, and he said he wants to continue to be active, what do you think of the possibility of Tyson coming over and fighting maybe a Joey Beltran or a fucking Mark Godbeer?
I like the Briggs. I like the Briggs Tyson fight.
Yeah, I said that too, right?
But when I heard you say that earlier, I think that's right when I tuned in. That's the one I actually wanted to see. I went and commented on Briggs's thing because he made a comment about coming to the bare knuckle and all that. And in my head, that's what I was like. That's what I want to see. I want to see Shannon Briggs and Mike Tyson go in there and throw down and be on the undercard. That'd be great.
I want to see Mike Tyson go in there and fight fucking Mitch Blood Green, the guy he beat up in the street in New York City back in the day, outside a nightclub. Give Mitch Blood Green a chance to, see if he could, resurrect himself, make a little cheddar.
Hey, I want to see Uli Munster get another 3-second knockout and take Paul too. I want to see that one.
Dude, 3 seconds. And I'm going to be honest with you, dude. That was like
that clock run another.
That was 1.2 seconds. That knockout was 1.2 seconds.
Let that clock run another second and a half because the ref didn't even have to get his hand back up to the side of his head.
The referee was in shock, like, "What the fuck, man?"
God, that was great, man. Hey, I about jumped over my couch the way he jumped over the ring. That thing woke me up. I couldn't believe that, man. That's history, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was working at the club that night, and so I couldn't come down to see the show. But I had the phone, my phone. I had the app on. I'm watching. I went, "Wah!" Like that was the noise I made, literally. Like I was so fucking whoa. That was so fucking fast, so fucking just perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better knockout to happen. Hang on a second before you say, hey, Howie Atherton, what would never happen? Tyson and Briggs, is that what you're saying would never happen? I'm getting some commentaries on here. Brian Morris said he'd like to see Elmore versus Julian Lane. That would be a great fight. I'm down for that fight. I'd like to see that fight now that I think about it. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a fun fight, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, man! I'll fight anybody. I'm trying to stick to the 165 weight class because I really want that title. But my plans are to get that 165 title, and then once I get the 65 title, I'll take a super fight at 175, 185 for a combined title, or just a super fight, a big money fight, a brawl fight. Me and Julian fight a lot alike. I studied his fight to get ready for Tom.
Right.
That kind of showed me a little bit of what to expect and what was going to happen.
Yeah. Watching Julian fight, Julian's just that guy, he'll go in there, he'll fight anybody, any place, anytime, if they called him up and said, hey, Julian, come fight the heavyweight champ. We need a fill-in. Julian would do it. I know you would do it as well. But there are some guys out there that would not do it, and no fault of them. I mean, you have to be a certain kind of crazy, and
ain't nothing wrong with being smart. I mean,
you and Julian Lane are a certain kind of crazy. I think you're cut from the same fabric, man. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, man. BKFC seems to be filled with a few like-minded nuts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention names like Sarro's. I had a chance to hang out with Godbeer. He's a little bit of a nut as well.
Speaking of nuts, and if he sees this and he gets mad, and he wants to talk shit to me, I guess he can. But there's a guy out there that's nuts, and he talks so much shit to so many people. And he was talking shit to Andrew Sams because Andrew from Pure Heart
Brandon
or Just Heart. Brandon Lambert, there it is. What's his story? I don't know enough about him, but I just like he was attacking Andrew for doing, weight cut early just to see how it was, and like making fun of the mattress, the air mattress. I don't know what the hell was going on, but he was just shitting all over Andrew. Andrew's an amateur just trying to have a little fun and, get a fight in. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Brandon hasn't fought, right?
I have no idea, man. Me and him met on. Me and Brandon met at the fight against Will Choke. He's a funny ass dude, man.
He's straight funny.
We actually talked because I coach Andrew, and I hit Brandon up, and he's just got other stuff going on, man. But Andrew pushed that out of you sometimes. He likes to do that. That's his thing, like his algorithm on Facebook or whatever. He just wants. If you got attention, whether it's good or bad, people are paying attention. And when you have products that he sells, people are seeing it. So regardless if you're jumping on it or trying to cut it off, if you're on his dick, then you're making him money. So Andrew does stuff like that all the time, man. And it's funny, and he gets trolled, and it's funny.
I was laughing. I said, why is he fucking with Andrew, man? Andrew's a cool kid, man. and I had to get your take on him because I don't think he's had any fights at Bare Knuckle, and like he was complaining about somebody the other day. I can't remember who it was. He complained about so many, so it's like but he was complaining the other day about somebody, and he was like, if they sign this guy, then Bare Knuckle's a fucking joke.
It was the whole Jake Paul. That was I followed Brandon too, man. He was bashing Jake Paul, talking about fighting him, the one that fought on that card.
Oh no! Who? No! I remember now. He was slamming Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for booking Felony Charles Bennett versus who's the other?
Yeah, he
Tyler
wanted that
Goodjohn
fight with El Tornado, Tyler Goodjohn.
Yeah, I mean, listen. He's talking about Felony Bennett like Felony Bennett's nobody. And Felony Bennett, in spite of, not having any wins in a while, he's still dangerous and he's still an accomplished fucking mixed martial artist. And if you know anything about MMA, you know that you should show that man respect. I mean, he fucking dropped fucking Vanderlei Silva back in Pride. They had an altercation.
in the back
Right.
of,
And Vanderlei Silva finally came out and admitted it. Because everybody always questioned Bennett about it, and he's told everybody the story. And just recently, Silva came out and admitted, and I was so happy for Bennett because when he told me the story, I believed him. He has no reason to make shit up, But, Lambert's like, oh, I should have gotten that Tyler Goodjohn fight. Why? He said that it was a joke that, Bennett was getting it, that Bennett's a joke. It's comical. I think it would have been comical if they booked him, and again, because Goodjohn isn't just starting out. Goodjohn's been doing this for a little minute. He's got experience. Bennett's got experience. Brandon doesn't have any at this point, right?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I can't speak on it. I know that if I didn't have the name that Charles Bennett had, if I had to be a complete prick to fight Conor McGregor and I got a red panty night and I got a fight that I didn't deserve, everybody else could just hate and watch me get it. Because, you got to do what you got to do to get the fight. So everybody's got their own hustle. And if y'all know me, I don't hate, I hit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not in a contract to bust your ass, I'm not going to give too many people a hard time. So I'm more the one that's going to talk to them on their DMs and tell them, hey, calm down before you look like a jackass. Yeah, trust me, I bet there's a bunch of people out there that I've sent my love to and told them to chill a little bit right before I act like a jackass next. But I can take it. I don't give a fuck. That's
right. Well, Debbie Gamble, the #1 MMA fan in Florida, said you have an amazing tree. My boy Forrest Daniel said that Christmas tree is slamming. Bruce Luch Medial, said on Instagram that he wants to have a fight with Joe Elmore.
I had to show y'all my my 2020 Christmas ornament.
Nice, I like it. Boxing gloves.
Number one in the world. Just saying that.
Yeah, but dude, man, those are boxing gloves. Those are bullshit. That's not who you are.
Yeah, I know. Look, they don't have bloody bare knuckle fists.
Come
for
on, man.
Christmas ornaments.
Stop making
So
excuses. Stop
if
making
anybody's
excuses.
watching this, I had to settle for bitch mittens on my tree. But
All right, so
if someone wants to make me some clay bare knuckle fist, hey, let's go.
let's go. So Bruce Luch Medial said he wants to fight you.
Who's that?
Bruce Luch Medial. He fought with us at Total Line, the last Total Line show in Florida. He wants to fight you. Let me see. What else do we got here?
What weight is he?
165.
All right. Oh, okay. The one that fake black belts.
But look at this too. We were talking about felony. Jarrett Walker said if felony had trained, he would have beat Johnny Bedford when they fought.
Look,
that's an interesting commentary.
I've trained with felony.
Shout out from Zion Tomlinson Sr. Love that kid, dude. He's doing good. Brandon Howie Atherton says Brandon will go to Toe the Line series before he's allowed into the Animal BKFC. Mike Shorty says Joe is number one. Van Tactic Vo punch face talk is fun. So, oh man, it's crazy. I love this, man. You know, we're waiting for Chris Sarro, by the way, to come back in. I think when Chris comes back in, I'm going to leave you on with us. You're going to be my co-host with Chris, and we're going to have a good time. Fucking chat with him. But so you don't have a fight lined up right now, correct?
Not officially. I've been offered a fight, and it's in we're talking about it. So yeah.
Can you tell us who you were offered?
I mean, not really offered. It was mentioned. So, but I mean, y'all know I've been calling out for a long time. But that's all I'll say, just in case, because I know they're going to want to announce it if it does happen. But I've called him out like 3 or 4 times with mad respect. I'm a huge fan of his, and it'll be a bloodbath if we fight. I'm just waiting for an official thing for. They asked me to fight January, but I like to get fat and spend time with my family, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm laying into the White Claws pretty hard right now, so I'm gonna wait till March. So Paige has got that February fight, and so there's some. I want more of a headline towards a headline fight, and they can't put me a headline on that one. So let's go. We're gonna go March. With
March.
Brawler. Yeah.
All right.
Former UFC fighter.
So Thiago Alves. All right, cool. So now we know.
At 165.
At 165. Chris and Joe are great on at the same time. I wish the next time Chris Sarro comes to the house, Joe could come. They could fight my goats.
Hey, dude, I'm definitely coming to visit.
All right, there you go. And he's going to fight some goats. I saw the videos of Chris Sarro when he was down in fucking Puerto Rico headbutting fucking Elvin Brittle's fucking goats, man. You have Zion Tomlinson says he's got Britton Hart beating Paige Van Zandt by KO in the 4th. Zion, I'm telling you right now, if that's the fight that gets booked, because they haven't announced it yet, but if that is the fight that gets booked, no disrespect to Britain, but she's going to lose. Paige is much more accomplished. She's a better fighter. That's just it. You know, people are shitting on Paige for coming over. You know, you guys forget that she's handed out some beatings and she's taken some beatings in the UFC. And yes, you know, she's a beautiful girl, but she can fucking fight. So people are underestimating how tough that girl is and what she's going to bring. And I feel bad for the girls that, you know, have to go in there with her because they're going to fucking be unpleasantly surprised because they underestimated Paige Van Zandt. What do you think of that, Joe?
I mean, look, just because Paige does some modeling and shows her butt, people are hating on a pretty girl that can kick ass. But if you go watch some of her fights in UFC, she's gotten pretty fucking bloody, and she stood up and strike, man. You know, I don't know. I absorb my hate, man. I've went through it in my life where I've been underestimated. Hell. Every single time. So I love it, dude. I hope Paige goes out there and beats some ass. As of right now, she has one of the biggest social media followings. And like I've always said with Paige Van Zandt, if she's got one of the biggest social media followings, If she beats somebody's ass and some pretty girl that idolizes how pretty Paige is watches the fight, and her parents now buy her and her brothers and sisters T-shirt, Paige and bare knuckle fighting, guess who else becomes a fan whenever they get the 165 title? Me. I ain't gonna hate on no woman that's sitting there 1.6 million Instagram viewers with me whenever I fight. So that's how I feel about it. I'm thankful that they've got. I don't care if they're washed up, if they're pretty and they're supermodels and they get their ass beat if they start and they step in there and it helps our business. Well, everybody should be happy, and I appreciate it, man.
And that's awesome. You know, the one name Mike Shorey mentioned that I believe has a legitimate chance to fight and beat Paige would be Christine Ferreira, former champ. She's good. And she's tough, and she's ornery. She's a scrapper. She's got grit. She's got heart. She's got style, power, dedication. That would be the toughest fight for Paige to get into at this point. But it's not going to be a cakewalk for Christine to beat her. You know, that's the thing. So hopefully, you know, she'll be all right.
That's the fight I want.
That's the fight I want to see too. But they're going to give Paige somebody else first. Get her knuckles wet a little bit.
It makes more sense for everybody, to be honest, because it is no matter what anybody says. I've fought I've professional submission grappling, Thai, kickboxing, taekwondo, karate. What's up, my brother?
Oh, we're recreating some magic from a while back.
Woo!
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, man, bare knuckles different, dude. Fucking different.
What's up?
So, and Zion says he don't think she can outbox her, which I think is wrong, Zion. I think Paige can absolutely outbox fucking Britton Hart. Britton Hart just got her first win at bare knuckle, and she fought a girl that shouldn't have been fighting. So let's not fucking turn Britton Hart into the fucking greatest female bare knuckle fighter out there. Again, no disrespect to the girl. She's a tough girl, but she just got her first win against a girl that really didn't belong in there with her. So with that being said, Paige is gonna, if they book Paige versus Britton Hart, Paige is gonna beat Britton Hart, and it's gonna be I would say lopsided. Howie Atherton doesn't agree. He thinks that if she could win if she got more power in her punch. He also said Paige could never last against Christine or Helen Peralta. Howie, I think that's wrong. I think she absolutely can. We got all that, and we're done with that right now. We're done talking about Paige because the reason we did the show tonight was to talk to my man, Chris Sarro. He had some technical difficulties. We got him back, and I brought in my co-host, Mr. Joe, the Hitman Elmore, and we're gonna conduct this interview together. So first of all, everybody, we're watching KHR Christopher James. I've got my co-host in the middle screen, Mr. Joe Elmore, the Hitman, chasing down a 165 title at the fucking Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He wants to fight in March. This show tonight is brought to you by Just Heart Apparel, my friend Andrew Sams, Legacy Over Ego, and our guest tonight. He's up in New Hampshire or Maine?
Oh, deep up and down East Maine, brother.
Deep up and down East Maine. And he is at the gym. He's chilling. He's looking sexy. He's got the wife beater on, even though it's probably wrong to say wife beater in 2020, but I said it anyway. I can't take it back. But he is the man himself, and he's on a mission to ascertain gold as well at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Mr. Chris Sarro. Chris, welcome back, brother.
Hey, man, thank you for having me. It was a good test of tension, getting technology to work my way.
Yeah,
that's the last thing it's not my world.
You were stressing out there a few minutes ago, but that's all right, man. But anyway, so welcome. We're glad you got the technical difficulties worked out. So you're going to be fighting Josh Burns here December 11th. That's next week. I actually, because Godbeer, as you guys all know, was supposed to be on with me tonight. He had some obligation with BKFC that he couldn't get out of, so we had to reschedule him. But I reached out to Josh Burns, and I was going to have Josh come on the show tonight, and I was going to probably bring him in with you, Chris, just to get a little head-to-head and make it a little fun. I even, I didn't get a chance to put it up because he couldn't come on tonight, but he's probably going to come on Sunday. But I was all excited because, I like to make little pictures for the show whenever I, do them. So where is the one I just made? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I made this one. It's coming up. It's coming up. Jesus Christ, where the fuck is it? Oh my God.
I'm just happy to see Joe.
I'm always happy to see Joe. Joe's the fucking motherfucking man.
I can't wait to see you, dude. I'm coming down the 11th. I'm cornering Rusty Crowder. And, of course, I'm going to be in the back watching you beat some ass out front.
See, look how cool that would have been to have you guys. I took one of the pictures and I flipped it the other way. I was like, this is a great promotion picture for an interview.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that war scream cry. That fucking right there. That's scary right there, that picture of fucking Mr. Chris Sarro. Yeah. Like, I don't even,
that guy right there, he was put on this earth to fucking do this shit. There's a big difference between if you were born for this shit or if you go 0-6 in a promotion, you're fighting the tide. I was put on this earth for this shit, man. That's what you see right there. That's a true battle cry. That's pain being channeled coming out right there, man.
Yeah, I see it, man. I see it. You know, it's so cool to see the humanity of you guys. You know, when I first met up with you in Mississippi, in Oxford, you know, I knew who you were. I knew what you brought. I knew all that stuff. But I got to see a different side of you post-fight after you got that victory. I mean, you were crying. You were upset. You know, it's all about your friend. You're basically your brother from another mother right there. And in that moment of time back there when I saw you, I was like, I felt like I just met Chris Sarro because the fighter is different than the human. And I met the human part of you that night, in spite of the fighter part of you that fucking went in there, you know. And I like, some people can't separate it. You know what I mean? You separate it really well. You know, I know that inside here, you're a savage. You're a warrior. You were built for this. You were probably born 500 years later than you should have been. You should have been born 500 years ago where you could just fucking slice people's fucking throats off for getting in your fucking way when you're walking down the street. That should have been you.
No, you're dead right. And I can't do anything about that. So I have to try to function in this world where I definitely feel that I was supposed to be swinging battle axes, riding on horses, you know. Oh yeah. I'm making the best of it. I found my lot with BKFC. We got lucky, me and Joe here. We're right at home.
Joe, I was going to say there is something you can do, Chris, and you're doing it right now, brother.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like being in that gym, you know, when you get to show that human side sometimes, people can see where the emotion comes from because in your heart's filled with love, man. It's when you go out there and you're putting that shit on the line and the passion, you're doing it to prove to people that you've become something in life and you are serving your purpose. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I feel that same energy. That's why we connected the first time. That's why, but I think sometimes I get more excited. Like now that I know you watching your fight, I'm going to be back there fucking jittering. I know what's going to happen. It's like when you got a firecracker that sucks and you're like, but then you got that firecracker that blows shit up and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to light this motherfucker. That's how I feel as a fan. I feel like watch this shit go off.
So, like, you want to go back in the locker room before he fights and light the candle up his ass and send him out there, Joe? Is that what you're telling me?
Hell yeah, dude. In the back, you can feel that shit, dude. The tension from the other guy, the energy from the fighters. I love that part.
Yeah, I do too. Joe, Chris, what do you think of White Claw?
About what?
White Claw. The beverage
I think it sucks, but I love Joe. I love that Joe is all about it.
Oh,
I saw the first time I met Joe, he's carrying like a 72 pack on his shoulder, and I thought, I'm like, that dude is a trooper because he's bringing all his wife's White Claw, and like he's carrying it for his wife. And then the after party was like, no, Joe drank every one of those White Claws.
All 72. Hey, but don't get confused. I had 2 White Claws in one hand and a cup of moonshine in the other.
The White Claw. The White Claw was for him. The moonshine was for his wife because she's tougher.
Yeah, hey, no kidding. That's true.
When the camera goes on your wife, she's like, "What are you looking at me for, man?" I was like, I like that.
she's coming to watch you fight too. She's going. Wait,
found a good one.
I guarantee you're
found
going
a
to
good
hear her
one.
in the crowd.
All right,
You're
so
lucky, man.
so Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're moving up to the heavyweight now.
Yeah, well, it's not really moving up because I was cutting 35 every fight to make light heavy. I was just putting in the work to get there. So I'm right. I am a heavyweight, so I'm right at home. But I'm a good end of that heavyweight. I'm not on the bacon gristle end. I'm in the right where you want to be end. Yeah.
So what kind of weight are you going to be walking around in then? Because you obviously, the weight limit. The weight limit is 265, right?
Yeah, I'll be right around 235. Lean, fat, my fastest, strongest ever.
And that's what you're going to walk at, right? So your walk weight is your fight weight.
Yes, sir.
See, that's why this is why. Joe, where's your cousin, man? She should be watching this.
Oh man, hey, she probably is. She probably has 2 accounts watching it on split screen.
I remember. Oh yeah, that's right. Puerto Rico. Your cousin was shooting her shot.
She was.
I feel amazing. I feel amazing. I have no injuries. I'm in my best shape ever, my fastest. I never take time off, even in Puerto Rico. This is what I need to get out of bed in the morning. This is how I function and can deal with the world. This is how I deal with everything, man. So
what made you decide to headbutt a goat?
Oh, Popo. Popo's the shit, man. That's Elvin's
I know.
like their family pet. He's got such a cool personality. He kept testing me. He kept walking up on me. He brought it on, and I kept looking at him like, "Better back the fuck up, Popo." And Popo, before you know it, he's right up on you. He starts chewing on my girlfriend. He's chewing on her dress and stuff. And I'm like, all right, we're fighting. And I put my head against him, and he kept pushing, so I pulled in. And he went right up that wall. I love Popo. Yeah.
I saw that video you posted it up, and I didn't know if because you were down in Puerto Rico, doing some training and everything, but I was like, man, I wonder if fucking Sarro's just fucking shit blitzed out of his mind right now, fucking going after the goat.
The fucked up part was I'm dead sober, man. I don't really drink. I can't. It's not good to have me 2 beers, and I start thinking, oh, I'd like to try that. It doesn't take much, but I can function around everyone else drinking just fine. I was a bouncer for 3 years, babysitting, so I'm good with it, man. I'm good with it.
Oh man, that was great stuff. All right, so you said you're in the best shape of your life, and
Yes,
what I like is that you're going to fight at your walk weight, this. Everybody always says, and I'm going to jump into MMA for a second here, just so people can understand what I'm talking about. Everybody always says, that for years it was BJ Penn, and then now it's Khabib. It's the greatest lightweight champion ever. For me, the greatest lightweight champion in MMA and UFC history, even though he's one win behind Khabib as far as the length of his title reign, is Frankie Edgar. Because when Frankie Edgar was the lightweight champion of the world, Frankie Edgar walked into the octagon at 155, stepped on the scale at 155, and beat guys that were walking in at 175 and 180 like Gray Maynard and those dudes that he beat up, and BJ Penn. And he did it at 155, naturally 155. So I don't care what anybody says about what Khabib's done and all that, because he's the only one that did it. He's the only true walking weight champion in UFC history that I can recall, other than heavyweights that didn't make a cut, So when you say, you're walking around at 235 and you're going to walk into the fight at 235, you're going to walk out at 235, and you're going to wake up the next day, you might be 238 because you might eat some cake and, do some shit after the fight. But then 2 days after that, you're going to be back at 235. I mean, So like John Jones is switching to heavyweight. John Jones is going to walk into the octagon about 235. And he's going to be 235, 240. He's not going to have to cut weight. He's going to walk in healthy, which, in my opinion, gives you the advantage, versus the guy that has to cut weight. Because I don't care. Your body does not fully recover in 24 hours. I don't give a fuck who you are.
And there's
I don't care who the training guru is. I don't care your nutrition plan. The human body is the human body, and it's going to respond the way it does. You'll get some rehydration back. Your brain doesn't fully get rehydrated in 24 hours. It just doesn't, and neither does your body. So you're fighting at 88%, 90% of who you should be, except for Chris Sarro. And Chris Sarro, even when you were cutting weight, you are still fucking deadly. Now, with no weight cut, I feel bad for people.
I don't, but it's like they use the word natural for a reason. Your natural weight. I mean, there's so much that comes with that. So when I cut 35 pounds, make 205, yes, I'm dangerous, but I'm deprived in ways. There's certain things that my body didn't have 31 years functioning with that it does for this short little moment. It doesn't do, it's like certain receptors, they don't know what to do. Your nerves are off. You may be affected by things that you normally wouldn't. Your everyday walk of life weight that you sat I'm 32 years old. I haven't been 230 pounds for 32 years, but for at least 20 of them. But yeah, no, I feel good. Like all systems are go, everything's functioning. My mental though, that's what I'm noticing. The weight cut. I mean, I'm a crazy individual in general, but I was, when I showed up to Biloxi last year for BKFC 9, and I come out and I put my fist right in McAllister's face. See, the thing that people get confused with is I didn't say I want John McAllister. My boss said, "You're fighting John McAllister," and I said, "Okay." There's a big difference. If he said you're fighting Genghis Khan, I'd say let's fucking get it on. But I'm intense when I'm cutting that weight. It makes me fucking psycho. And that kind of tension, I got away with being able to fight with more tension than I'd like to. But we have no tension coming to Biloxi this time. I'm a smooth criminal right now.
I like it.
I was gonna say, with not cutting weight, because I cut a lot of weight. I know like that mental focus the last like 2 weeks when you have to like start thinking, I've got to save my energy for this cut. I've got to do all this, and it starts draining your brain. What have you noticed a big difference in your mental power that you have right now, knowing you didn't have to cut that weight, that you're going to be there?
Yeah, because I have more time to spend focusing on the task at hand than focusing on not drinking fucking too much chocolate milk and my little vices and stressing about things that, I mean, you can say you're not stressed or you're cool and this and that, but you're lying if you're saying that. When you're cutting weight, your body's under stress.
Absolutely.
There's no avoiding it. It's who's got the better poker face, but you're just lying to yourself at that point. I've got to avoid all that. So, when my opponent starts opening his mouth on these, B-class podcasts, of course there's going to be tension. I'm human, all right? But then when you give it some time and you really sit back and you process it, and it's like, oh, he's just talking in a mirror. He's kind of talking to himself, reminding himself that I am faster, and I am this, and and then when it only took about 48 hours for that to all click, because normally it's the way I roll, you got something to say about me, I'm gonna come find you. And this time I didn't even know what state he was in, so my brain was all like, "Whoa, like I can't," because he doesn't really know me. No one really knows me. I barely know him. So once I processed it, and it came out the other end something beautiful, powerful, and I'm covered in chills right now. It's cool.
I like it.
That.
So Scott Burt from the Police Gazette is watching. He says, "Hey man, I think I see some shiny historical metal things in these boys' futures. You guys have both gotten some BKFC or Police Gazette medals for winning fights. I know you're both wanting to ascertain gold, not just a gold medal. You want a gold and diamond encrusted belt."
Right.
Because you need something to hold your pants up. I get it. I can already see Joe making pants and having extra large belt loops put in so he can wear that belt around town wherever he goes.
Did my wife show you the fucking pictures? Did she show you my closet? I've already got the belt loop ready. It's got the thing for the knife. I'm pre-ordering the fucking jacket. It says "bad motherfucker" on it.
I love it.
Already stitched in.
Well, listen, if you win a belt, I want you to grow your hair out and have a mullet. I just think a mullet and a belt would be an epic look.
I had a mohawk mullet one time. Go look at my fight. I can't remember who it was. I thought I had.
But you didn't have a mohawk mullet when you were a BKFC world champion. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be, it's got to be that. All right. So now, when I set this interview over, Chris, we said he wanted to talk about some other stuff besides the fight. So I'm going to ask you one more question about the fight, and then we'll get on to the other stuff because I know it was important to you. You wanted to air some stuff. But you are fighting Josh Burns. He's a big dude, powerful, and when you're up at heavyweight, the smaller weight classes, you're going to see most of the time more of a fight than in the heavyweights, because when the heavyweights connect, it's a different kind of power, it's a different kind of feeling, it's a different kind of result. Knowing that, because you're not worrying about takedowns, all this other shit and MMA and all that stuff. So
I'm not worried about anything.
That's what I was going to get to. Is there anything that you do worry about? Getting clipped. Josh, give me your thoughts on Josh as a fighter. Let's say that.
Yeah, no, Josh is a talented fighter. You put all the antics aside. He's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of weapons. He's a talented fighter. That's all I'm going to say on Josh. But as for worry, nah. I'd be lying to say that you go through every process as a fighter as it builds up. But there are some set things with me that do not change. When I get on that plane to come to Biloxi, it's all sorted. I'm good to go. I'm great. I enjoy every fucking second when I'm at every post shoot, every interview, every interaction, meeting new people, making new friends. I enjoy the process. A really great person, an amazing fighter, and a legend told me once, if you enjoy the process, you will shine. And I took that advice, and it's some of the best advice possible. No tension. There's no stress. There's nothing to worry about. Mastery is when man's no longer deceived by man. And I believe strongly in that. And I have an amazing coach in Garth Crane. That he's the highest level caliber of athlete. He's intelligent beyond comprehension, and he lives. He has no kids. He has no pets. He lives purely to make sure I get that belt, and I do it in the most classy, professional way. Now I know I can cuss, and I have a dirty mouth, and I get intense. But I tell you what, brother, I was put on this earth to do this. All right, my square peg fits right in that square hole, and it's very easy when you see someone fighting the tide, and they're trying to fit that square peg in a circular hole. It's like, I'm going with the flow, and this feels natural. So there's zero worry. It's an enjoyable process because it's a way of, if I can't get this shit out somehow, I'm going to end up in jail the rest of my life. And I found this opportunity. I was blessed with this opportunity, and it gives me an opportunity where my monster fits right in place here. I'm right at home. And for 32 years of not feeling that way, I will die for that. I will die for that. When I walk out there, I accept the worst, and I don't accept it with fear. The fucked up part is, I'm like, bring that on too. We can do it all. I read that word 3 times in my contract. This ain't bullshit, man. This is a real thing. Yeah. It's. I didn't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying.
No.
I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm speaking from my heart.
Yeah.
And it was a good thing what Josh did, because it showed me something about myself that I wouldn't have learned any other way in life. It showed me, take a second to step back and really see and listen to what this guy is saying, and it was actually a compliment in the end when I really got to process it. And then what came after that, man, it was a gift. So in some roundabout fucked up way, when it's all said and done, dust them off and we'll have a conversation, and I'm going to thank him for this. But right now, there's no fucking mercy, and it's pure excitement, man.
No mercy.
It's my heart right now.
Yep.
It doesn't change, man. It's good.
I love it. All right. So as far as the fight goes, guys, it's next weekend, December 11th, from Biloxi. It'll be available on the BKTV app. You can download it at www.bktvapp.com. You can use my code, Christopher Roth, when you sign in. Joe has a code. What's your code, Joe?
No, use my code.
Wait, hang on. I'm just throwing it out there. Listen.
I'm joking.
We're pimping for everybody. Joe, do you have a code?
Yeah, I do. I have no idea, man. I have no idea what it is.
All right, Chris. Fuck Joe. Chris, what's your code?
Hey, this is your show, Chris.
Listen. It's not about. It's not about just promoting my code. I just do that because they asked me to do it.
No, it's good. I mean, everyone needs to download that app. It's one of the best-selling apps in the world. You can see every single fight that this promotion's ever put on.
Yep, including Toe the Line.
Smart TV. You can sit right there, watch it all. I love it. I mean,
watch it on your phone.
I love everything about it, but I go home and so definitely download the app. Use Chris's code.
Use your code. What's your code?
It's Chris Sarro.
That's it.
Right out, no space.
So listen.
Sarro.
Now listen, guys. When I say use the code, mine is Christopher Roth. His is Chris Sarro, just like it is. It's a name. But here's the thing. For a fighter, this is another way for them to make some ancillary income. So, I'm not worried about mine. Support him and support his. If you like me better because I'm sexier, well, then support mine. But seriously, I always tell you guys, support these fighters. I'm a big advocate for supporting fighters. I shit on people that fucking steal pay-per-view. You can all rot in hell. Don't ever fucking call yourself a fucking real fight fan if you're stealing pay-per-view. You're a piece of shit.
Right.
I
said it.
In a month. I was watching it today.
I pay for all the apps. I paid for fucking Tyson and fucking Roy Jones Jr. I pay for all the UFC pay-per-views. I once had a code that I was gifted from an employee of the UFC for a pay-per-view one time, like 7 years ago. And that was cool. That, it was like a free gift. I was like, fucking A, all right, I'll watch a free pay-per-view. But it wasn't
cool.
I didn't steal it. I had a code given from the UFC, so that was cool.
You're good. You're good, Chris.
Even fighters don't get that. I found that to be funny that fighters in the UFC don't get like a free ESPN fucking Plus package, or free pay-per-views. Like, if it was me and you fought for me in the UFC, you get the pay-per-views for free. That's just got to be part of the deal, because if I can't be there, I want to watch them, So I'd give it to you. So if I ever own the UFC and you guys ever work with me, you're getting free. I got you covered.
I would do the same, Chris, but that's why me and you don't own the UFC, because we'd somehow find a way to.
That's right.
give it out. They need to be the way they are. They're pensions for a reason.
All right, so there's some guys coming up through BKFC at heavyweight. One in particular, he was on his way to the UFC, but he made a right turn and came to bare knuckle. And that's my man Dylan Knuckle, the bad boy. He had his first fight a little while back, fucking came out, got a nice big win. He's ready to come back in. He's somebody that I don't know how many of you guys know who he is from his MMA or have paid attention to him at what he did at his bare knuckle at his debut. But I like seeing the talent come in. And he is, solid. Then there's Bobo O'Bannon, who, he had a BKFC win, then he went to toe the line, and now he's back up at BKFC. These are two of the I can't say young guys because they're not really young age-wise, but they're young to this, just like all of you guys are really to bare knuckle. I mean, this is new. So, but, there's starting to be another influx of talent coming through. So when you see these guys coming up, either of you, and particularly in the heavyweight area, what do you think? Bobo's a funny fucking dude. He was on my show a couple weeks ago. We had David Rickles on with him. They did the hot gummy bear challenge. It was so fucking funny. But those are characters I love. So, but Bobo and Dylan, if you know anything about him, share your thoughts, either one of you.
Sure.
I know Bobo, man, just from seeing him over the circuit. He's one of my favorite guys and humans, man. That dude is just one genuine ass dude. And that's what I like, man. The heavyweight division, they've got a lot of good dudes, man, that have come in, talented and just good dudes. So it's going to be, for me as a fan, it's fucking exciting, man. I like going in there and knowing there doesn't have to be any beef. You've just got guys that like to fucking fight. They all want the same thing. I'm not saying I ever tied two cats to a tail, but if you could have heavyweight cats tied to a tail, that's what y'all's division looks like right now. And Dylan's a good dude too, man. I believe he fought the same night that Chris did. I've known him from Florida seeing him around, and I imagine he took a while off because his coach, rest in peace,
Yeah.
and stuff. So I mean, I'm just hoping he comes back and does the same thing he was doing when he left.
Yeah, he picked up and moved to South Florida to get in better camp and a better training. So he's going down there with the family. He's got a wife and a couple of kids, and they're going down. He's got two beautiful little daughters, and they're going down there because they're making this big investment in his career because it's time to move up that level, and this is going to be his run. I think he's, I don't know if he's ever going to go back and try to get into the UFC, but he was there. He's like an 11-1 pro MMA fighter, lost one fight. He was right there. He was getting ready to get the call. And like I said, he's in bare knuckle now. And because I think he sees the opportunity you guys see. It's a new sport. There's new things to be done, new records to be established. Almost a completely different pool of talent than you were facing on, regional MMA and regional boxing, areas. And it's the biggest promotion in the world doing this, man. I think it's a smart move for a lot of guys. That's why I'm glad to see Joe, because Joe's been around a long time. I've known Joe for, many years.
XFC, baby.
Yep, XFC. Chris, I don't know for a long time, but I do know now because once I started seeing you come through, I started doing a little research. So now I know. And, like I said, both you guys, the last time we were on the show together, honored to have both of you on the show and honored to know you both. Bobo,
baby.
Hey, Bobo was on here. He said he freaking loves you guys. And he said he just wants to break fists with his face. That's his thing, man.
You gotta love Bobo, man. I talked to Bobo for like 3 hours last night. That's a good dude, right?
He is
true. I'd prefer talking to a plant than most people. You got to be a genuine person for me to want to give you time. I can't stand fake, man. I can't stand it. Bobo is as real as they come. Joe is as real as they come. 5 minutes before Joe's fight, we're backstage. He's talking about all the 3-on-3 shit, and he's just comfy laughing. And I'm like, hey, someone else like me, we're comfortable in those situations.
I was gonna say you're real as fuck too. So yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, we were right. Yeah, because no, man. This is I live for. This is like the time of life, especially once it gets to 2-week mark where. I love the whole range of emotions, man. Because if you're not feeling that, you ain't having moments.
Life is a moment.
Careful how personal I get.
Before I forget, so my wife said she's praying for you. You've been in her thoughts a lot because I know there's you had some stuff going on, so she just wanted me to tell you that.
Hey,
Elmore is my code. Keep it simple.
And Elmore, there we go. Dean Toole, my boss at Island Fights, also the matchmaker at Icon. He's done some stuff with David at Bare Knuckle. He just wanted to let us know that Dylan actually got the call to the UFC a few years back. He tore a calf and couldn't take the fight against us. So, that's right, in Australia. Then again, Dean would, if he comments again, he'll testify that Dylan took 4 years off of MMA. Got healed up, got everything done, got his family started and all that stuff. Then he came back and boom, two fucking fights. So he was right back on that same path that he was 4 years prior to when he, walked away to get healthy. That tells me that the quality of talent he brings. So there's going to be some big fights coming up, and with Sarro moving up to heavyweight, Joe staying at 165. So we don't have to talk about him at the heavyweight right now. But maybe in a couple of years, when he decides he doesn't want to fucking cut weight anymore, we'll see Joe jump up to
Thanksgiving 205 right now. So
damn,
dude, man, that's a lot. So much weight to cut, Joe. What do you normally walk at, Joe?
Man, I've been 175 my whole life. I just got up to 202, but that was with the fucking jacket and my tennis shoes, and I'm gonna get back to walking around about 185. So I'll be cutting 20 pounds for my fights. No big deal.
Yeah, that's cool because 205 to 165, it's not good for you.
Yeah. Oh no, I walk 185, dude. The biggest I've been for 10 years, I was 175. I just started going up to 185, 195 this year, but I've never lifted weights. Now that I'm bare knuckle fighting, I don't have to focus on everything else as much. My jujitsu, my da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I've been focusing on power. So I put on about 5-10 pounds of muscle naturally to get to this 165 weight class. Because I was kind of cutting trying to get to 55, but that was never my bone structure in my head's too fucking fat for 55. So 165 made it possible for me to carry the power I like to carry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I fucking love it. Hey guys, you're watching Kate's our Christopher James. We are live tonight discussing some bare knuckle fighting championships. We've got Joe the Hitman Elmore on. He doesn't have a fight coming up, looking to come back in March. We've got Chris Sarro on. He's fighting next week against, excuse me.
That's good enough.
I had gas. Josh Burns. And wait, I had somebody else there. And so he's got Josh Burns coming up next week in Biloxi. And you can watch all these fights on the BKTV app. Code Elmore, code Chris Sarro, code Christopher Roth. When you sign up, it's $3.99 a month, something like that, man. It's well worth the money. Again, if you're a fight fan, then you download this app. If you're not a fight fan, I don't know what to fucking tell you. And ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Bobo O'Bannon joining us on the show.
Hey! Bobo, what up, brother?
What's up, Bobo?
Bobo in the motherfucking house.
Just a second. I'm having technical difficulties here.
Oh, yeah. It's
Well, at least it didn't freeze on an awkward face.
Dude, I've seen some funny ones, dude, when the thing freezes up. We can hear you. Are you on your computer or on your phone, Bobo?
I'm on my phone. I'm on Wi-Fi. For some reason, it's not working right.
Well, turn your phone sideways.
Do what now?
Turn your phone sideways. There you go. Now you're sexy like all of us, dude. It's a beautiful picture like this. We can see. There we go. So Bobo is going to be fighting on the same card as Chris Sarro. Bobo, how excited are you to come back and do a little bare knuckle fighting with BKFC?
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Hey man, look, we're all going to get to watch each other and scout each other out and everything, man. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah, 100% going to be good. Bring it down, Chris. Bring it down a little. We couldn't see it. You had it too. Oh, there's Bobo.
Man.
Bobo versus Mike Kyle at Toe of the Line. I was there. I got the ring announce that. It was a fun fight to watch.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was good.
Yes, sir.
Card.
I was telling Bobo last night when I saw Mike Kyle come out, because I'm a Bobo fan, so I'm like, oh shit. And then I see Bobo's banner, and I'm like, oh, Bobo ain't losing tonight. He comes out, he's got God is good bold on his banner right there.
Yep.
And instantly, I'm sitting there. I got my friend next to me. I'm telling her, she's on her phone. I'm like, hey, you want to watch this right now? Bobo's not losing tonight. I don't know how he's winning, but he's not losing. And then lo and behold, man, I got goosebumps talking about that, man. That was fire. I was waking every neighbor up in my apartment complex. I was like, fucking Bobo! And like throwing shit. I go get my chair. Yeah, man, that was awesome, dude. That was one of the best examples of believing in yourself.
Yep.
And making it happen.
See, I saw Bobo.
Wait, hang on, Joe. Hang on. Bobo, turn your phone back sideways.
Stop turning your phone, Bobo.
Man, I don't know what's going on. I cannot hear anything.
You can't hear any of us talking?
I can barely hear you.
All right, hold on a second. Well, he dipped out. He'll come back. But dude, the way you just described that, Chris, that was fucking awesome, bro. Fucking knocking over furniture and shit.
There's a hole in the sheetrock. I get excited, all right? I'm sorry. But no, that shit was wild. That was wild.
Hey,
I was so happy for him. Yeah.
I didn't know who Mike Kyle was, to be honest. Like I'm slipped behind on it. So, and I saw Bobo fight before, and I told somebody, I was like, man, watch this shit. I've seen this Bobo dude fight, dude. He's a tough motherfucker. He's gonna knock this dude out. And he goes, and somebody looked at me like I was crazy and said, you don't know who Mike Kyle is, dude. I'm like, no, I don't know who the fuck that is. They're like, man, he's finna get Bobo. And I was like, no, he ain't. No, he's not. And I didn't know at all, and I went back and watched some shit. I was like, damn, all right, okay. I believed in Bobo before I knew who he was, but then now even more so, I was like, God damn.
It's crazy, man.
Power. You see it when he's hitting him from the side, and he's like, his neck's off. He's strong, dude, man. He hits hard. That's one of those things. Once again, you can't be deceived by man. You know, you can look at Bobo and look at Mike, and you can make an assumption. But if you know anything about fighting, like if you really know anything about fighting, that don't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit.
No.
This, you get your technique in this and this. This is everything. And if you don't have this, it doesn't work with this. You gotta have the whole package. Bobo has the whole package. That's a fighter.
It's a little bit of that too.
He punched a hatchet. This baby's been broken 11 times. 11 times I got 2 steel rods holding my metacarpal all together. Man.
This is what my hand looks like.
That's
when
they call that the 6 knuckle.
it's the claw.
Don't bring me.
It's the white claw.
Working.
Yeah. The exciting thing though is.
Wait, hang on, Chris. Bobo, can you hear us? Earth to Bobo. Come in, Bobo.
I can't hear nothing.
Nothing? Should we all talk shit about Bobo then to see if he can hear us?
Bobo,
come back to us, buddy.
Oh, I'm on a lost island. Somebody come get me. I hate this technology stuff. I can't see Chris.
Hey, you gotta breathe through it. You gotta breathe through it, brother, because like 40 minutes ago, I almost had to check myself into a mental hospital trying to get connected to this show. I was running up to TJ Maxx. I got a bag full of headphones. I bought 3 pair. Nothing worked. Yeah.
Chris sounds like he's using a doggone.
Hey, look, this one's both of you guys right here. Look at that one.
Hey, that's good shit right there, baby. Look at Bobo.
I'm yelling at the TV going, Bobo, you're doing it wrong, bud. You're doing it wrong.
I just sent him a message. I told him to restart his phone. He says his phone was acting up, and he wasn't getting everything. So I said, restart your phone. So hopefully he'll get that message. Yeah. Dude, those are great pictures you captured right there, man.
Yeah, both of you guys. I'm watching my TV. I'm like, what is he doing? He's licking the can.
And you know what? It's not even.
As soon as he did it, he was licking it, and he's like Tiger Life trying to get that sponsorship. He looked right at it.
Because there wasn't no White Claw. Wasn't no White Claw to fucking, be. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting yelled at by Bobo's wife. Oh, thanks for telling. Hey, Britton, we didn't know this was going to happen tonight. I had Chris scheduled, and he had some technical difficulties. And while he had technical difficulties, Joe Elmore was watching the show. So I said, Joe, come on in. And then we got Chris back, and then I saw Bobo watching. We were showing love for Bobo. So I sent Bobo a message and said, Bobo, join us on the show. So Bobo tried to join us on the show, but now he's having technical difficulties that you're supposed to fix for him, Britton, because he's not technically proficient in that area, girl. And you'd be the first to tell me that.
Got around here, yeah, I feel you. Neither am I, man. I do nothing.
Look at Bobo's wife said he's still gonna that she's gonna give. She go, he's still gonna catch his hands. He saw Chris and got too excited. Look, and I said you're supposed to help with this. She goes, I can't fix an idiot.
She seems perfect for Bobo.
Oh man, what's up, Brian Maxwell? No, dude, those guys have a great relationship, man. And whenever he's been on the show, man, she gets on and she talks shit, and I love it, dude. It's fucking hysterical.
Need that. You need that in life, man. Everyone needs to find someone like that.
It's awesome. Me and my wife are the same way. I have the perfect wife, man, and which means I have the perfect life. I'm not rich financially, but I'm still rich, baby. And that's really what it is. It's all here and it's up here. I can't take the money with me, and I don't know if I'll be able to remember shit when I die, but I hope I can. And if I can, life is good. And if I can't, it won't matter. I'll be dead. Who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? There's got to be a reason why you experience things like that in life. I don't believe it's all for nothing. I just don't. I don't know. I don't have any of the answers, but there's got to be a reason for things. There's got to be a reason why Joe had that finish he did against Will in Oxford, and it launched this, thing that he didn't see coming. It's the reason why I'm here. That I don't want to accept that there's a reason for this, but there was.
Yeah.
And it's, there's a reason for everything, and I don't have an answer for it, but I don't believe it all goes away in the end.
Yeah.
got to be some greater good that just keeps coming from this, man. Unless you're a piece of shit. If you live a life of rape and pillaging and just shittiness, you don't expect anything good to come out of it while you're here or while you're gone. That's how I see it. But like I said, I don't pretend to play God. I try to be grateful as much as I can and be, be happy for the blessings in my life and things like that. And that's why I can talk with you guys and I genuinely enjoy it. I don't have to sit here and put my head on and talk real mean and try to do any of that.
I do like that face when you did that. Yeah, that's kind of a cool face.
Yeah, but you know how exhausting it was just to do that? Yeah, I almost threw my back out just trying to do that. I'd rather be nice, cool, calm, and relaxed. You know what I mean? Get it when I need to, and then just let it pass.
Hey, Britton, Bobo's wife, she goes, "Hey, Bobo, KB is watching and pointing at Chris and saying, 'Oh, that's my dada.'"
Uh-oh.
She just listen. Hey, she's relentless. That one, I love her, man. I love her. Bobo keeps trying to pop in. He's down here in the green room. We're gonna try to bring him back in. He says, "Bobo, can you hear me?" You're shaking your head no, like you're answering me, but he's going like it's so funny. He's like,
"Oh, it just proves he's a fighter. He's not giving up.
He's not giving up." But he's just let's just bring him in just to make fucking. There he is. Look at him.
Good Lord, don't bring me up.
Can you hear now?
Man, y'all sound like y'all talking to a guitar. You know how you play the guitar and it makes it when you talk?
That's what was happening earlier for me. I had to go buy all this shit and yeah.
Oh man, this technology sucks. They're supposed to be a smartphone or something. Can't even tell me what y'all were saying.
It was all good stuff. It was all good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, the problem is it's just smarter than we are. That's what I say about my smartphone.
It's
too smart.
Look,
It's
Joe,
too smart.
Joe comes through with a friggin' profound statement, and all of a sudden I can hear what's going on.
Well, Dottie Dottie.
Yeah,
well,
Joe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking. Mr. Elmo to the rescue here.
Keep talking, Joe. Keep talking.
Bobo, turn your phone sideways.
Oh man, sideways.
It looks better like that. That's
but that's when shit goes wrong. Every time he's done that, something goes wrong.
Hey, he's on to something here.
No, we got it right now, man. We fixed the issue.
Still hurt him,
Yes. Look,
so what was that shit you were talking about him, Christopher James, whenever he couldn't hear? Wasn't it? What was you saying? What was that shit?
I said his wife was going to beat his ass and that he's a big old pussy.
Hey, yeah. Well, I agree with both of those statements. Hey, look, I got something breaking. There's some late breaking, big
Bobo news.
Big news.
Uh-oh.
And I cannot tell you.
Well, that's shit.
Yeah, what a piece of crap.
I mean, that's wait, hold on, Bobo. That's some straight up bullshit, bro. If you're gonna come on the show and say, hey, there's some late breaking news.
Yeah, it just
then you got to drop it like it's hot, bro. You can't fucking. That's some bullshit, man. That's like your parents driving you by the carnival.
Every girlfriend I've ever had. They all do that. They all do that shit.
That's like when you were a kid and your parents were driving by the carnival and it was raining a little bit and they go, I was gonna take you, but it's raining. That's some bullshit right there, Bobo.
Dude. Yeah, I know. Look, so
hey, wait! I got the breaking news right now from the wife. She said he went all day without eating a Snickers, and he thinks it's a big deal. All right, there we go.
Hey, look! Just in case y'all don't know, my wife is fat. I mean, she recently lost a whole bunch of weight because she's got a crappy heart and some other terrible diseases that she's dealing with. They make her hurt all day long every day. But still, in her heart, she is still fat. She lose all the weight in the world. She's down like barely no kind of weight now, but she's still a fat girl at heart. I love her to death. She's awesome.
I would be killed. I would.
Yeah.
I would.
So,
Hey, now we know why the fuck he takes such a good ass whooping in there because he's used to it.
Yes, sir.
Because he's getting it all the
hold on.
time.
And
He
then
wakes
she just
up just getting his ass beat in his sleep
Yep.
every night. Just
You see this
Yeah,
black
you
eye?
didn't dry the can opener off good enough, and
hey, and here she goes. She goes, and I'm still the best you could do.
Oh, you got that right. Yeah, she's right about that.
But also, Chris, Tammy Barnes is
up, Tammy?
Britain's best friend. She wants to know if you're married.
no, I'm as single as they come. Yeah, I am definitely single.
you just got to find my cousin Misty over him.
Dang.
Bobo's wife also said we were enjoying the show until you got on, Bobo.
Hey, she goes hard. I was wondering why my phone cracked when I'm right across the screen now.
No.
She goes hard on you, Bobo.
Hey,
That's
listen.
good.
Listen to this.
Wait
Tammy
till you
Barnes.
see her cheer for the other guy in the corner. You should
Hey,
know.
listen.
Whip
Tammy
his
Bar-
ass. He didn't clean the dishes last week, that son of a
Right.
bitch. Fuck him up. Teach
But
him a
look,
lesson.
bring it back up. Bring it back up. I want to finish reading them. Fat and slow.
Oh,
Yes, she is, Bubba. I had to put a dang chain and lock on my fridge.
this is Tammy Barnes, Bobo's wife's best friend, backing up the fact that she's a fat girl, according to fucking Bobo.
Yeah. See, it's
She must be
teamwork.
mad at her girl because she never backs up Bobo.
Teamwork
She always
is
backs up
teamwork.
Britain.
I love all women, all sizes, shapes, colors. They're a beautiful creature. God bless us with, man. We're all creatures. When I say creature, I mean I gotta be politically correct.
All right, hey,
When I
and
say
Chris-
creature, I mean, yeah.
Tammy
get
Barnes
nervous.
just said, well, you ain't single no more, son.
You ain't no more.
Hey, that's my
I'm
little
all, hey, Maine isn't cut out for everybody. You want to come up to Ellsworth, go for it. But I tell you what, man, this is a rough place. We're monsters up here. We just walk around angry and hungry, and we lift heavy things all day. And it's good. This is a good place, though. I tell you. But it's good though. We're not far from Boston and Portland and stuff. So all my sparring, Bellator heavyweights, and we're getting it in. You don't have to go far. But what's nice is the air up here is some of the freshest air. But this is like the Mississippi of the North. We got a lot of people from Mississippi that live up here for some odd reason. But it's all country here, man. There's no cities up here. It's fresh air, big angry animals. We got mountain lions, black bear. Black bear in my parking lot in the morning, and
All right, here it comes. Tammy said, send me the address.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, just send location.
Send location.
13 McDonald Ave, Ellsworth, Maine. Hopefully,
Drop
so
her a
fast.
pin.
Oh my goodness.
I'm fucked now.
By the way, that is my little cousin. So whatever.
Oh
Tammy?
Jesus! Well then,
Yes.
Chris is stirring the pot here, and let's just move on.
Hey, I'm just sharing the
Hey,
commentary
listen,
from the
Bobo,
people watching the
He's
show.
hey, look, that's going to be his new nickname's the cousin snatcher. Every time somebody gets on his cousin's still sticking the DMs.
Hold on.
He's got DMs of all our cousins' titties, and he's just can't. He just
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the ring, weighing 235 pounds, all the way from Maine, please welcome Chris, the Cousin Snatcher!
That was good. I like that.
yeah.
I like that. I like this show. Now this is a quality show. This
Absolutely. Hey, Tammy wants to know if you'll do that flex again, bro.
I can't. That was
No.
one timer. I got lucky there.
Good guy.
Hey, wait,
Yeah.
Chris, go ahead, stand up and give her the abs, bro. Just give her the abs. You don't even got to do the flex.
I don't really have abs right now. I am.
Look,
Wait,
I
we're gonna
really
see.
did break this stare though.
Yeah, that's all right. They're there. Bobo, show us your abs.
Abs don't bring a strong punch. Abs push it out really fast.
look.
All right, hold on. I'm going to show my abs.
There you go.
Your ab.
See, I've got one ab as well.
I don't call this a dad bod either. I call this the father figure.
Yeah. See,
It's all about perspective. Yeah.
Hey, the dad bod's in. They say the dad bod's in.
I know, but I'm the father figure. I'm going different. I can't be like everybody else would call it a dad bod. I got the father figure. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just a fat boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm a fat
can tell
boy.
you one thing.
That's why I'm fucking 200 pounds right now, still claiming to be a 65er.
Dude, I'm 211 right now.
Which you ain't fighting 165 either, Christopher James.
No, if I was a fighter, I'd be fighting at 211. I don't care, man. I'm not cutting weight.
I'm gonna have to start breathing helium.
Hey,
hey, listen. Hold on.
Go to weigh-in talking like a chipmunk, but
Listen,
down.
so Tammy likes the dad bods, and Barry, she just said, "Holy shit, I'll be right back. I need to go change my drawers real quick."
Oh no!
Oh, I'm so excited that my show is doing this. Brian Maxwell likes my father figure comment. He's dead. Thank you very much.
so whenever I go hang out with Sarro when he comes to Loosedale, I know who's gonna want to come hang out with us.
Hey, she's gonna be hiding in your fucking trunk. You're gonna get there. She's gonna pop out and go, hell yeah!
No, she's not a hider. She is not a hider. She's just gonna come and sit her ass down in the
Push the door up and be like, hey!
Get out! I'm not fucking getting out. I'm staying right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll change vehicles, and she will too.
Hey, by the way, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen at home, you're watching Cage Side with Christopher James. This is a combat sports talk show that is doing no combat sport talk right now, but we are talking with combat sport athletes, so that's a plus. In the bottom corner, right down there under me, I feel like I'm in like the Brady Bunch over here, you know. Dun, 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 dun. So, but under me, right there, down low, that's Bobo O'Bannon, BKFC heavyweight. He's fighting coming up on December 11th. And the man that was just touching Joe Elmore's butt, that was Chris Sarro, the cousin snatcher. We got Joe the Hitman Elmore up there. Yeah, that's right. It's like looking up. No, Joe, you got to look down. Like he's looking up at you. Look down, Joe.
Oh, Bobo's over this way.
Chris, look up. And Joe, look down.
Hey! How's it going, dude?
I'm going to look down to Bobo. Bobo, look up, Bobo. Look up.
It's been so long.
Oh, there it is.
Somebody out there.
Hey, look, whoever would have thought, sincerely speaking for just a second, whoever would have thought watching Joe Elmore and Tom Shove throw down, I'm talking one heck of a fight, probably one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. And then you turn around and you watch Sarro. He's got two awesome highlights from the BKFC of putting people absolutely to sleep. Then you got me. I get in there and I've got a whole highlight of a fight against Mike Kyle just beating the crap out. Whoever would have thought you'd had?
No, hold on. You went in there. Don't down yourself. Don't short yourself. You went in there against two tough dudes. Troy Beers is a veteran. He just looks funny. And you had a fight in Troy Beers. You went up there against Mike Kyle. My phone's about to die. And you proved yourself on national television.
100%.
That was my favorite fight of the night, bro, for sure.
Absolutely.
Dude, I was hyped back. Go back and look what I was doing that live video back there. I was hyped the rest of the night after you fought. I remember
I just threw my chair through the wall.
Stop filming this fight live. I took it from the locker room and I was watching the fight so much I didn't realize I was live showing your fight. Like, oh fuck, nobody's gonna get the app right.
Hey, that's right. David Feldman will just come up to you later on and go, all right, man, I saw that you had 457 views going on. You owe me fucking $4,500. $4,500, man. I'll come out of your next fight purse, sir. No.
but look,
that's all right, because I just doubled my value. So I'll take 4,000 out of double. So we're good.
Amen. Amen.
Look, what I was saying.
Finally,
you got those three of us with this track record in this fighting game or whatever. And then here we are, two of us in the same weight class. Me and Sarro will have to fight each other one day. It's going to happen because he's going to keep winning. I know that. I'm going to keep winning. I know that. we'll have to meet one time or another. So, who would have ever thought them three guys with that bad Mo jamming track record to be here being three idiots together on a friggin' live podcast?
And the possibility that by the time you and Sarro's fight, that y'all could be
Look at
related
that, Bobo.
if
Look
it
at
works
it.
out with
And
your cousin.
not only all that going on, but then we get comments like this from the crowd that Tammy Barnes will do some stuff for that kind of money. Just saying. And I want to shout out my man, UFC fighter Brock Weaver. He inspired Bobo to make the comeback on a construction job.
Hey, that is very true. No. Listen, that is a
What's
very,
up, Brock?
very true
Thanks, my
statement.
boy.
I love Brock to death. Hey, look, Brock was a little kid coming to the gym, man. Whenever I was in my prime of training, Brock was a little kid coming to the gym. And I remember working with him or whatever, just showing him this and that, whatever. Well, then years later, I done quit fighting, and he was talking to me about this bare knuckle fighting he was fixing to do for the BKFC. And just talking to him, he's like, man, this is all you, Bubba. The way you used to fight, man, you need to do this. You could rock some heads like this. Whatever. I watched my dude fight. And next thing you know, I started getting in touch with this person and that person and lined myself up a fight. So I'm no longer as fat of a fat boy as what I was.
Nah, dude, you're big.
Let me
strong.
tell you guys something. When Bobo showed up, when I first saw Bobo fight, it was up in Mississippi. When I saw Bobo fight again, and I had the honor to ring announce his name at Toe the Line. What a fucking difference he showed up looking. I was like, I don't know if I'd hit it, but he looked pretty good. He looked pretty goddamn good. But he looked so much more in shape. You could tell that he rededicated himself to the world of combat sports and wanted to take it seriously. And when you do that, people should be wary of you because it isn't easy to come back. And if you're going to put in the effort to come back and you're going to come in better shape than you did the first time, and each time you come back, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm also going to say this right now. If you two ever have to fight, I don't even know what I'm going to do.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Well, if me and Sarro
I want to wreck that shit.
What's going to happen is about 2 weeks before the fight, within 2 weeks of the fight, we probably ain't going to be able to communicate with each other none at all because the mood I get into whenever I'm about to fight, the mood that he gets into when he's about to fight, I get it. We're fighters. That's what we do. We got to separate reality, from what we're fixing to do, from the image we're painting in our mind. That's how we get down.
That's it.
About 2.5 weeks before the fight, we're going to be right here on this show being the same two big dummies that we're being right now.
Amen.
Having a good
100%.
time.
All right. And here's another comment from Brock Weaver. He just wanted to let Bobo know that guys like Bobo and his older cousins, the Orso brothers, are the ones who inspired him to start fighting when he was a kid. That's pretty dope.
Yes, sir. Look, man, when Brock coming to the gym, he was little, man. Dude, I love kids, man. I love young folks. I love giving back, because there was somebody that did all this stuff for me one time, There was a person that was there that took the time to care about me, to give me a little bit. So who am I to act like I'm too much to give back a little bit to one of them kids that's there? Yeah, he's paying his dues. Yeah, he's getting what he paid for. But that really don't mean a whole lot to me if I'm not there to, if he asks me a question, I don't show him some stuff, then I'm a piece of crap in my book. And so, man, I take the time. I show everything he wanted, every question he had, every why, every how. Man, I take the time and show him, hey, look at him now. The baby's in the UFC. All it takes is somebody lighting a little fire for him.
That's it.
Yeah. You made an impact on them. And you made an impact on the world using you have a platform where there's millions of people seeing Bobo. And you go out there with a banner that says God is good. And then you did what you did. You probably touched a lot of lives, planted a lot of seeds you don't even realize. So you're going to be blessed for eternity, brother. I got all the faith in that. And if we ever have to fight, we'll cross that bridge. My fucking phone just...
Oh, his phone just died right when he was showing love.
Do you happen to know Eric Moon? He comes down there and cross trains with Brock. Actually went down there and cross trained with him for a little while.
Hey, hold on a second. Before you say, so Bobo's cousin, Chris's phone died, but Bobo's cousin, she said, "I'm gonna have a Sarro shirt on. Sorry, Bobo." And then on the back of the wait, and then there's more. On the back of the shirt, it's gonna have to say "Cousin Snatcher" on the back of it too. Tammy, if you do that shit, girl, you better take a picture and send that to me. I want to see that shit.
Profile picture. It didn't happen.
Oh
What?
my! But,
Hold-
no,
hold
she
on.
don't have it yet. She's gonna wear it to the fight night.
That's what I said. Profile picture. It doesn't happen.
That's right.
I'll show you the picture if I'm going to pick the shirt up because I'll get it made for her. I promise you. Because that's funny stuff.
Hey, look, actually, my Andrew, I believe Andrew Sams is making Chris Sarro's shirts because I'm gonna have to carry them to him the 11th, I believe, and we'll just go ahead and get that cousin shirt made. I'll go ahead and have Andrew throw
That
her
would be
name
so
on the back
awesome.
of it.
Yeah.
Tammy Barnes said it's happening. She just commented. She goes, "Oh, it's happening. It's happening." I love it.
Hey.
So I don't know if Chris is going to make it back because I guess his phone died.
Yeah.
So unless he's got a charger and an extension cord, but he did break a chair talking about your fight. He jumped up out. He was so excited when you couldn't get on, Bobo. And we were talking about your fight. He's like, I was watching it, and he stood up and he kicked the chair back. The chair hit a hole in the wall, and the chair broke. So he was really jacked up. It was genuine excitement, which was really cool to see.
Awesome.
I'm a little mad at you, Bobo, for bringing up the fact that you and him might have to fight one day, man. I didn't want to have to think about that.
Man, you know it's going to happen. It's the nature of the beast. You know, you got two guys in here. Both guys are winning. Eventually, they're going to have to come together. You know, let's pretend it's like a softball tournament. I start on this end of the bracket. You start on the other end of the bracket. We beat everybody. Eventually, we got to fight at some point. It's
But you know that's how it is, man, and it's supposed to be like that. It's me and another fella I like, Elvin Brito. He's a good dude, man. I get on and I tell him his chickens and his goats good morning every morning when he goes live. But we've actually messaged each other and talked like, hey, man, if we got to fuck each other up, are we going to fuck each other up for that diamond belt title? I was like, yeah, you're
Goddamn right we are.
Two. Fuck yeah, man. We'll go in there and beat the fuck out of each other, have a good ass fight. And then afterwards at the after party, I'll chase him around with a White Claw. You know what I'm saying?
Look, hold on. Talking about tournament softball, there was a dude that, look, this is the first time I ever laid my eyes on this dude now. And I'd never met him before. All I seen was he was over there. He was keying a White Claw. I'm like, okay, well, I get that. You know, maybe keying a White Claw, trying to get him down real quick. I get it. Then the dude turns around and pops a top on a White Claw, and he's sitting there drinking it too. I was like, all right, keying the White Claw in, maybe, I get that. But drinking it, that's a little suspect. So I started picking on him about it. Me and this cat are still friends today on Facebook. We still cut up with each other from time to time over a friggin' White Claw.
Hey, listen. Yeah,
hey,
we know.
I met Sarro's chasing around the parking lot, trying to force feed him one.
Well, I mean, listen. You know, we all know the White Claw is Joe's thing, but I asked Sarro earlier. I said, "What do you think of the White Claw?" And Joe, what did he say?
He said they fucking suck.
But I love you. He goes, "They fucking suck," but I love you, Joe.
Look,
But he loves the Claw Master.
no.
All right, I just got to. Hey, hold on. Chris's phone died. He goes, the only phone that was working for me died. Guys, I'm sorry, but I had a great time on your show, and I cannot wait to see you all next week. Chris, man, we love you, bro. Thanks for coming on. You know, we'll get you on to after the fight, win, lose, or draw, because I know we didn't get to touch in on what you want to talk about some of that other stuff, and I definitely want to talk about that. But then we got Bobo in, and it just became just too much fun. So we'll save that for another episode, and it'll just be you and me and the cameras and the fans watching. But thank you for taking the time tonight, Chris, man. You look incredible. Tammy Barnes is going to send you a charger and a ring light so you can talk all day and night. And she's going to be wearing a shirt that says Chris Sarro, and on the back it's going to say the Cousin Snatcher. Even though she's Bobo's cousin, she's not wearing his walkout shirt. She's making her own walkout shirt just for you. Be scared, Chris. Be afraid. Be very afraid, according to Britain.
No, look, Tammy's an awesome person. She really is. But she's still my little cousin. I'm still fighting over her. I mean, we're gonna have.
Hey,
to
listen. So I say win, lose, or draw, right? Chris just comments back, win.
That's my dude right there. Yes.
He's watching though right now, so I guess he's got the other because he did have a problem. He had to try 2 different phones to get on the show. But Chris, go back and read all the Tammy comments about you, dude. I think you have either I don't know if you have a fiance, a girlfriend, or a stalker right now, but there's something going on there.
She just jumped straight to wifey status.
Look, Chris said, "Lock your cousins up."
Lock them all
I'm
up.
coming. Lock your cousins up. I'm coming.
That's right. Look,
Misty just texted me and said, "You better tell that little bitch to leave him alone. Leave my man alone." No, I'm kidding.
When I said fiance, girlfriend, whatever, she said wife. So
Wife, okay.
Tammy's already got the ring.
It's official.
Chris says he's in trouble.
come on. Hey,
She said, "I'm ready, boo. I'm boo."
look,
And she throws hands too, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Joe, this is what you got to understand. Anytime I'm on this show right here, my wife and my cousin that are commenting, all the commenting right there, they get on there and they haze me, dude. They like,
Oh, I know.
bro, it's brutal. They get brutal with me. I'm like,
That's how I believe I met your wife. I complimented you on one of your threads about your fight, and she come on and said something about, "No, you got that wrong. He ain't shit." And I was like, "What the hell?" And I looked at your wife, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Listen, I just hope at some point off the air, I hope at some point during the day she at least says, "Bobo, I love you." Because the other 23 hours and 59 minutes, she just shitting on him. Poor Bobo.
That's some people's way of saying I love you.
Look, my little cousin texts me every now and then, lets me know that she loves me.
Aww.
My wife, not so much, but when you're as fat as she is, it's hard to love yourself, let alone somebody else. So.
Joe had a walk-off screen. He's like, "Oh my God."
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes,
At
man.
least I didn't kick a damn hole in the wall getting so excited.
So, Bobo, tell us about your upcoming opponent, bro.
Oh.
And I said hello, and
I think there's something going on, because when I said tell us about your upcoming opponent, Bobo stopped talking, and that's usually not what happens. So remember earlier, Bobo said he had some breaking news he couldn't tell us. I think there's an opponent change because there was an opponent announced, wasn't there?
Khakis.
What now?
Khakis.
Tackies.
Khakis.
Khakis.
K-I. Yeah, khakis.
Yeah. What about khakis?
Khakis.
Khakis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You ain't never seen the Allstate commercial? What are you wearing? Or State Farm? What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, but we're not talking about Jake from State Farm. We're talking about Bobo Bannon. So, like I said, because I'm pretty sure we had an opponent for Bobo, and then Bobo said we have breaking news, but he can't tell us, which means there's probably an opponent switch. Now, interestingly enough, I think, well, I wonder if I should just say what I think. Could it be? Could it be? No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But Bobo and I are going to have a conversation off the air. Damn Skippy.
Oh, that's what he wanted to tell us.
Yeah, hey, actually, when we go off the air and we stop going live, the three of us are going to sit here and have a conversation. Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. So when I end the show, you guys don't, when I run the closing credits and all that crap, you guys stay right where you are because we can still chat without having to be public or recorded.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now while we're on the public is I don't really honestly know any true hard details. I do know about 3 or 4 different scenarios of maybes. So I don't have any hard details at all whatsoever right now.
Joe, you see how he's deflecting right now? You see that, Joe? He's trying to fucking...
I'm like Dennis Rodman. You go to take a shot and I'm blocking it.
That's all right, man.
That's Matumbo. No.
Yeah, right. That's all right, man.
No.
He got that 1 foot long finger that swings back and forth like this.
That's okay. I'm a pesky sumbitch. So
yeah, I can do camera illusions. I look like I'm 6'4" now. that gives me a whole nother idea. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, what?
Boy, hey, babe, I took a picture for you. I don't know what happened.
I'm telling my wife I got some green ooze today at work. Look at this. Thank you, Joe Elmore.
So Bobo can't tell us about his upcoming fight because apparently he doesn't know who he's fighting yet.
I know.
Oh, I thought you just said you didn't have any hard details, motherfucker.
Well, I don't. I'm fine. I got a post on my page. I'm fighting Lewis Rumsey.
Right. Yeah, that fight's not happening. So,
yeah, well,
you don't have a good poker face, Bobo.
Actually, I do, but I can't show it to you because she will be real mad. Oh God! I'm sorry. Poke her, not poke her. My bad. Dude. Joe, I thought he was talking about my poke her face. Good nut.
Yeah, you don't want your wife to hear about your side chick poker face, do you? It's already hard enough on you.
Side chick. Hey, I have a hard enough time handling the main chicken.
Yeah, listen, Bobo couldn't handle 2 girls, Joe.
No, I'm like,
I feel you on that.
My wife is like intertwined into every aspect of my life, which I like it that way. You know,
Mine too.
Sincerely, my wife sincerely is my best friend, and we get along. Dude is friggin'. The way we get along online and roast each other, you ought to hear us here at the house.
Yep.
Dear Lord. But anyhow, so no, I wouldn't. Man, even if there was this like super rich chick that wanted to pay me all kind of money, nah, I'm good.
Me too.
Although
I did tell my wife once, I said, if some, older woman wants me to be her like play toy for a little while and she wants to give me like, $500,000 and, a couple nice cars, I said, babe, you might have to let me bang the old lady. It's for our future. I'm not going to enjoy it. I mean, fucking, because,
it happens like that sometimes.
Not like getting punched in the face.
No.
Nothing compares.
I enjoy that.
See, I'd rather sleep with an old lady than get punched in the face.
Nope. I actually enjoy getting punched in the face.
Well, wait, but if the old lady's going to pay me $500,000 to sleep with her versus having to go like one round with you, Elmore, or Chris Sarro, I'm banging the old lady twice and once up the butt if I have to. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Chris,
I'm just saying.
Punch a fart box.
Yeah. Tongue punch the fart box, baby. Do what you got to do.
Tongue punching a fart box. Good.
Hey, man. Don't knock it till you try it, Bobo.
You did not hear. I'm in so much trouble right
Yeah.
now. That fat Joe's gonna kill me.
Tammy Barnes said she'd wrestle with Chris. I'm assuming that's Chris Sarro, but you just never know. I mean, I'm kind of sexy myself, so I'm just going to pretend it's me. Tammy said she'll scissor the old lady.
She didn't pay for the money either.
No,
She did. Yeah, that's right. She did it.
but
She just said she would, not for the money, just in general.
see, Joe's them kind you got to be careful around. I can see that right now. Like you can't just haul off and say something around Joe. Like you gotta dissect your English, make sure your grammar and everything's correct. If you didn't put apostrophe where it was meant to be, then all of a sudden Joe's gonna make you say something that you did not say.
Well, my wife's a grammar cop, and because she's a teacher,
Yeah.
and I have to let her correct my stuff. So as much as y'all think I have a really good job of texting and typing all that stuff on my statuses, if it ain't misspelled, it's been spell checked and edited. I guarantee you she stole my phone from me. And that said pretty much the same thing your wife said. You sound like a jackass. Let me see that thing. I got to fix this post. It's they are, not there.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, and Britton, that's okay. She can say whatever she wants. This is the internet. It doesn't matter. Tell Tammy to let it fly. So, man, it's crazy.
Joe,
But,
you have been initiated by my wife and cousin now. You're welcome.
It's a fun world to be in, Joe. I'm just going to tell you, man. Because, Joe, Bobo's family likes me more than they like him. So that's pretty
That's
cool.
true.
I mean, like if like she yells at Bobo like he was doing the one chip challenge. I'm like jumped in on the video that he was doing after he ate the first one. And I told him he had to do another one. And his wife got on there. She goes, Mr. Christopher James said you got to do it, so you got to do it.
That was the one that I actually believe where I had first time I met her and talked to her when she was talking shit on there because he had his pretty socks on.
Yeah.
He always got some weird socks on.
Oh, bro, I constantly wear. Only time I don't wear weird socks is when I'm at work. I just wear my thick, plain white socks underneath my steel toes because I'm not messing up my good, pretty socks.
I had on dinosaurs drinking beer socks today.
That's awesome.
I need some of them.
I think I'm going to wear some sushi socks with my tux this weekend when I'm in Pensacola for Island Fights. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, yeah.
So, but gentlemen, the fact that you two guys weren't even scheduled on, the fact that you both came on, that's awesome. Love you guys for that.
Yes,
Chris,
yes.
I don't know if you're still watching, but thanks for coming on tonight. Had a blast with all you guys. But, wait, hold on. She had Joe, Brit and sushi socks. Yes, that's what I said. Joe, I wasn't talking crap toward you. It was all toward Bobo. I only pick on fat boys. So you're good. So she just wanted to make sure you were clear on that.
Hey, Joe, I got one barely used wife for sale. She's got
barely used. What does that say about you, Bobo?
Well, she's got a crappy heart, so, it's... She comes with a whole bunch of prescriptions as well. So,
well, that's cool, man. Fucking doped up is all right. I guess fucking.
There you go.
But so for Joe Elmore, he has no fight coming up, but he's hoping to get back in the ring sometime in March. Right now, he's enjoying Thanksgiving 205 live, and he's gonna slowly get his body back in shape. He doesn't want to do it too rapidly because put him at a disadvantage. We got Bobo O'Bannon, who said he had to fight. He announced the opponent a few minutes ago, but we already knew that opponent. But I just don't believe Bobo. I think there's something going on in the background. Also, Mark Godbeer couldn't be on tonight, and his manager sent me a message, said that he had a prior media appearance to do with BKFC, and if BKFC schedules you something, you have to do that, or they dock your check. So that's cool. But then Mark messaged me himself and goes, "You'll understand later, blah, blah, blah." So I don't know what's going on right now with BKFC. I do know there's something going on. I figured that part out based on some conversations. So I don't know. But I'm sure more news is going to come out in a few hours, between now and sometime tomorrow, man, because, the fight's next week. So something got to break, right, Joe?
Something's coming.
Something's coming, Joe. You feel it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's
Bobo's
a storm of brewing.
Storm of brewing, and Bobo's got nothing to say.
Hey, I like the Braves.
I like biscuits and mustard.
I like lamp.
Yeah, I like them French fried tater sticks.
Mm-hmm. There's this kid named
stick a lawnmower blade in his skull on the 11th.
there's this kid, Kate Howell. He does such a good impersonation of fucking Slave Blade. He's a boxer. I was doing a post-fight interview with him, and I made him do it on the mic. I said, "We're gonna do your post-fight interview, but do it as Sling Blade." I'm like, "So, what'd you think your fight's like?" My fight was okay. I like to hit the boy. Just the whole thing was fucking hysterical, but dead on balls accurate to this guy. It was fucking great. But so Joe, any parting words for the crowd, for the fans, for Bobo, for Tammy, for Mrs. Bobo?
Man, Bobo, I can't wait to fucking watch you fight, dude. I'm super fucking excited, man. So I'll see you there the 11th. I hope your wife finds a good diet that works for her and stops being so goddamn fat. But other than that, I hope Chris Soros gives your cousin a baby. That'd be an interesting fight. But I know y'all got to fight, and praise Jesus.
Hey, look. How bad is that going to be having to explain to my niece or nephew why me and their daddy's beating up on each other?
All the time. Sounds like an every other weekend situation.
Tabby said, Tabby just commented, she said, "Cousin Snatcher for the win."
Oh, I hate it.
I tell your wife I was kidding. Don't smack me in the back of the fucking head next time I see her.
She'll smack Clay. Joe, she'll smack Bobo before she smacks you.
Yeah.
And Bobo, your wife is all in for Chris putting a baby in Tammy Bard. All right, so you two gentlemen, listen, you two guys, stand by. We're gonna close this thing down, but I want to talk to both of you off the air before you go. So don't disconnect. Boys and girls, that's Bobo, that's Joe. They're going to jump out right now while we close out the show, so I'm going to pop that. They're in the green room. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it, and for allowing me to be a part of your life today and for you guys being a part of mine. I can never truly put into words what that actually means to me, but it's all right here in the heart. Feels, baby. It's the feels. I'll be in Pensacola over the weekend, Island Fight 65. Come check us out, the Haji Shrine. I'll be there tomorrow at the weigh-ins, and then the fights are on Saturday. If you need tickets, go to the Island Fights Facebook page. If you need a table, hit Dean Tool up. I think there might be one left. I'm not even sure. But that's going to end the show tonight, guys and girls. Thank you so much. As I said, as always, you guys are awesome. We couldn't do this without you. Until next time, I am Christopher James. Y'all have been Cage Side. Good night.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Go with the deuces. There you go, baby.